We've just been disconnecting a bunch lately. Wheel stream issues. Force room. Eat this. So I'm not sure how much more I want to deal with disconnecting. If this connects again, I might just call it. Since we're not making too much progress anyway, it's probably fine. I hate when I have issues, especially when, like, at the start of a streaming week. That's when I'm trying to get back into my rhythm. I'm being tampered with. And I just did OBS issues. This level sucks. I'm losing all my health just because I'm trying to get back up and I can't. This isn't far out enough. I said I lost all my health. That fit. Focus on one of them. Oh, green asshole. I hate the sand. There's so many parts of this game that just suck. Every time it feels it's gonna get good, it's like, no, we're gonna make it annoying again. Why do they not make a good game? What were they thinking? The game isn't terrible, but like there's so many parts. It just not feel as fun. If you're having fun, and it's like, okay, no more fun. Time to do a really frustrating thing. It doesn't work consistently, and you get stuck in the thing. And it's got like weird hitboxes. It looks they're smaller than his actual body, and you get stuck in the sand. And you get a bunch of free hits on you. You fall into the sand, and then you can't get out of the sand, and you get hit a bunch. Ugh, jeez. Hello, Barry. I wish this game had good mobility. I was like looking up to see what people like said about this game, how it's like aged and stuff. To be honest, I feel like a lot of people complaining about the game, or a lot of people defending the game, they only defend it because they got like used to the controls. I feel like this is just like not very good if you're like someone who's just playing it normally, not someone who's like played this game a billion times, knows every little nook and cranny. Terry. I'm dying this damn fucking worm. Fuck me off. Probably not even purely on the controls, it's just they sometimes decide, hey, what if we put some like quicksand that was like really hard to get out of? That was really annoying. I think that's what gamers want, to be annoyed when playing a video game. Please don't die to these little green assholes. Ooh. That's gameplay, baby. Yeah, bring me back in. I guess I could patch it, but that defeats the spirit of the game. It's giving the game an easy way out. Phantasy Star 4. That's for the Genesis, right? I think I have 2 through 4 on the old Metroid. Yeah, I know Phantasy Star went online at some point. Ew, that's the one I've heard of, Phantasy Star Online. Yeah, that's the Genesis games. How are they? Really don't associate. It's like an RPG, right? I don't really associate a lot of Sega stuff with that. At least not for like the Genesis era. Let's do this on the Master System. I always forget that they did the Master System first, technically. Like, I know it's their first console, but like, it doesn't feel like it. That's often the case, huh? All the RPGs end up not making it over and staying in Japan, and we don't get like many of the good RPGs. Maybe some of the good ones, we don't get all of them. And I know it's probably because RPGs are fucking long. They want to like translate all that shit. But also like, I don't know, I think they should always release RPGs here. Especially back in the old days. They should have went back in time and fixed that and put plenty of old RPGs those days. How's like Phantasy Star Play? What's its whole deal? I mean, no, it's not so bad. Most everything's been like either translated by fans or got like a remaster, re-release, or whatever on like modern systems. I would for a bit. Also, yeah, I for a bit that they wouldn't, both for the consumer and probably for the company themselves. Maybe could have used some good games on their systems in the U.S. market. That was a big issue with the Saturn. Like, all the good games are just, like, not sent over. I hate this quicksand. I think it especially sucks because there's something I'm missing because it doesn't feel like I have any control of what I do. Two different continues. The original and online, I think after 4. It feels so inconsistent how you like get out or make a big jump. It's Leech Lose Day. Happy Lose Day, everybody. I'm back. I'm streaming Super Metroid, which I've not been to. You know what? Even if the game isn't good, it's still a learning experience, both for the company that made the game, who will hopefully make good video games later, and for me, who's learning that it's not good. And it's just another frustrating part, which makes me look the pits all over again. Maybe Metroid should have just been a game all about jumping out of annoying pits. That's what the people want. They want jumping out of pits. Maybe Nintendo's just ahead of the game, you know? Before, the games that were like frustratingly difficult about trying to make upwards vertical progress was a thing. They had Super Metroid. They were ahead of the curve. Okay, it wasn't as annoying this time. The leech. That's my path out of here. There we go. Link bomb it. No? Missile it? Super missile. Big bomb. What the hell did you come up here for? No! Down again. Oh, that's a little leech. Okay, that makes me like them a little more. Oh. How did I go all the way up? I don't blame the leeches. They're the least of the issues here. It's just damn quicksand. I hate sand. Auto battles, combat macros, fully cinematic cutscenes. Nice. Ah! Maybe we should try out the Phantasy Star series at some point. Okay, this way sucks too. I'm not bothering. Yeah, up. See once you can reach it. Well, what do I care? It's just more annoying. I can get up. Yes. It's in the Genesis era, huh? That's pretty ahead of the game. Relatively speaking. I mean, I don't know. Going on too much. I haven't played many RPGs from that era. Robot Girls and a Mercenary Girl. I feel like RPGs have girls as playable characters. Maybe one day most RPGs will fix the flaw that they have male playable characters as well, and they'll be able to perfect the genre. First game has a gal lead. Nice. Ooh. This is blow bubble. Wait. So we can hope. Hey, I got it. No, I just go all the way up the tube again. Well, I know that way doesn't lead anywhere but pain. No. That's pretty cool. What else is on the Mega Drive? If I ever want to, like, play Phantasy Star on it. Genetically enhanced combat girl, robot girl, and a mercenary girl. That's a great whole host of girls. Now, I want to like emulate Mega Drive games or anything else worthwhile, or pretty much just like if I want to play the first ever Phantasy Star game. So that's before they even had Sonic. They didn't even have like the main guy. Mega Drive, or whatever the first one's called. I don't know, the first drive, the Sega Drive, Master System, whatever. I don't know, they all have very... honestly, I don't like their naming system. It's confusing. They're too, like, generic. Mega Drive and Master System, whatever, they're all so generic. I'm supposed to tell them apart. You know what I mean. Anything else here? It's just fishies. Fishies. Maybe that's why their consoles never did that well, because nobody could tell what the hell they were selling. That's the fact that a lot of their consoles did do well. I'm gonna be honest, that's not good games at all. They're not good names at all. How am I supposed to tell what's what? It's so generic, it doesn't sound like a video game console. Oh. Genesis is a better name, because at least it like stands out. I don't know why they called it the Genesis. It was like the genesis of them doing something. At least it's a name that like sticks in your head. Rather than the SG-1000. Sounds like a robot's like designation. That's convenient at least. Maybe I'd go up around the other way. This way's like a dead end. They gotta figure out, they should've, well I guess they did figure out something with the Sega naming department. Those first couple names are rough. Tubes, yeah, I'm a little tuber. Love traveling within the tubes and zooming through them. Just loves going through pipes. Okay, I'm gonna go all the way around. I'm gonna try to go through the other entrances in Meridia because I don't think I can progress here. Maybe this is like supposed to be the way out. I'm going the wrong way. I don't know, it's cool that they were able to coincidentally recreate the ColecoVision, their stuff. If they just like rip off ColecoVision or whoever the name was, the people who made the game, so it's kind of funny if they did. I like their old consoles better if they literally just like did some corporate espionage and stole their tech. It's a funny way to make a video game console. They were contemporary. This has to change and it won't be me. Especially because I'm the first one to, or I'm the second one to put on the outfit. More video game companies should just rip each other off. Actually, I still don't know if that's the actual story. I'm just kind of running with it. It fits my narrative. Oh, that's a shame. Or ColecoVision. Well, I guess, despite them being exactly the same, I guess somebody made it better. It's not like it was influenced by outside factors. I would say it was just a better company. It had the better system. Yeah, what were you even putting on like the SG-1000 or whatever? What else did you play if you were like a young gamer who was like sick of the Coleco dominance? Fuck Coleco. I need someone who has a console that's like pretty much exactly the same but not made by ColecoVision. What's your alternative there? Or I guess like what they have for you. The smaller version board's a sound chip. Ah, there it is. Yep. Ah. Come on, Samus, you can make that jump. Please don't tell me I'm stuck in the water level again. Crap. I don't like this place. I want to get out of here. Let me out. Okay. On the angle. I'm free. That was even on the ColecoVision. Did ColecoVision have an RPG? Maybe that's why people switch over to Sega. They can play Phantasy Star instead. Perhaps. Maybe. Crabs are such funny little animals. They love dancing and forcing everything to evolve into them. Really, no other animal does it like that. They walk sideways, they pinch stuff. What other animal can compare to the humble crab? this is a wash. This got me nothing. It's gonna be my like future exit out of that area, but it's not helping me. Ow. I think most it has solid lengthy reputation as arcade and amusements manufacturer. Ooh, amusements. Ow. I ran into that spike like 5 times because I was reading your comment. Imagine getting ads and watching them. You love consuming products. Messed up. Let me get out of here. Save here. When I was walking around, I made like 0 progress. I was just fucking around. Ow. Okay, so Sega was already in the arcade business. I guess that makes sense. You already have arcade games, so just like, want arcade games at home? Have them. Oh, you missed the most exciting, coolest, funniest, and sexiest thing ever in video game history. Everyone's having a great time. But fortunately, it lasted just as long as the ads did. Buck Rogers Rail Shooter. Yeah, maybe there's a reason why I didn't do so well. I think if someone told me, hey, you want a Buck Rogers Rail Shooter, I'd be like, yeah, one SG-1000, please. Maybe it was good. Maybe people liked Buck Rogers. Back in the day. It's decent enough. I don't know why I want to shit on ColecoVision so much. They're just out there making games. Didn't they have like some fucked up weird controller? I guess like a lot of video games had a lot of like fucked up weird controllers back in the day, but they had like a fucking knob on it, right? I'm very glad everyone decided to like standardize things into you get like a keypad, sticks, the buttons, triggers, and such. I'm glad we agreed on the ideal shape for a controller. Eventually. Well, that was a Bretta. We basically kind of did nothing for a bit, trying to navigate Meridia. Well, back around to the other side. Just talking about how Coleco made the worst video game console of all time and basically killed the video game industry. Sega mercifully put them out of their misery. I'm pretty sure is what happened. But games did not like all those for some reason. Let's fly by him again. The game doesn't like if I'm blasting and like facing these guys. Running. It's the only slowdown I've seen. I guess this is like the most intensive room in the game. The remote added the button, you touch side and give it a dial. That's insane. Video game controllers used to be so funny. I guess like the remote concept wouldn't be gone forever. Obviously, the Wii would have a remote, but that still felt like more of an actual video game console. You have a ColecoVision? It's still really awkward. Let's play have a ColecoVision though. What are we even doing? Yep. It's not that bad. I can't believe Coleco made like the worst controller ever. Tortured children by forcing them to play with it. Really fucked up. I'm glad their console failed and they went out of business. It's ambidextrous. Damn, and they hate right-handed children. Messed up. Dare they make something that you can use if you're left-handed. It's nice, it's ambidextrous. Connecticut Leather Company console. That's what Coleco stood for. Why are they making consoles? Shouldn't they be making, like, leather belts or something? No wonder they didn't succeed. All they knew how to do was work with cowhide and make it leather. They tried to enter in the video game industry. There's my way to Maria. Like, I was actually paying attention. Yeah, playing card company made a video game console. That'll never succeed. I'll never take off. I think the best, most successful console company will be someone who's already working in video games, who makes like arcade games. Like, I don't think a computer company could do it. I don't think an electronics company could do it, and certainly not a playing card company. Sure, an experienced arcade business can get it all done, though. They'll be in the console industry forever. Where are you going? You'll go. No, I need it south. They can still outlast most of them. That's why we're getting the Dreamcast 5 or whatever nowadays. Right? Yeah, I guess video games did used to just be like random toys before they just became a whole industry unto themselves, huh? Crazy how far they've come. Hell had one? Shaped like the ColecoVision, but instead it had a disc that you use as a D-pad. Disc pad. That actually sounds kind of fun. Yeah, let me spin my disc to make my video game character move around. Yep. Okay, here we go. We're on the right track. Sharp had one. Who's Sharp? It wasn't molded like a D-pad, it's just a flat disc, no way to feel you're pressing just the left or diagonal left up. Yeah, right to this place with the chill music. Everyone really was just making, the TV manufacturer. Everyone really was just trying their hand at making a video game console back in the day, huh? Yeah, a lot of people are just giving it a go. Right away, yeah, we are. I'm gonna try to tap Meridia from this angle. Phillips. Yeah, they made the CDI, which gave us the great treasure of the CDI Zelda games. I guess it wasn't too different from, like, Sony, right? They're just, like, an electronics developer. They just did it really badly. Instead of doing it good, like Sony did. Get frozen. Did they ever make any video games besides the Zelda CDI ones, or was that, like, all they made? I feel like that's like the ones they hear about. And their grandma's throwing shit out there, either their own console or making cheap cash-in games for the Atari. Okay. I'm definitely not going there, because I know what's there is just pain. Explore this area that I've not seen before. The Mario game. I don't know what the more is. I don't know what other fun games you could play on your Philips CDI. What were the children who were gifted CDI stuff with? How much did that cost? Like, if you want to get a CDI. Does that, like, really screw you over if your parents, if you were like, oh, I need to play the new Zelda game for the CDI, and they're like, well, okay, if you insist. And you get it, it's like, oh. And it's like, the CDI sucks, can I get a different video game console? It's like, sorry, champ, you spent all your birthday and Christmas money on it, or whatever. You'll never get another video game console, at least for another couple years. It's expensive as fuck. Sorry, you'll never be able to afford a real video game console with actual good games. Or in the budget. Just one more Mario console on the market, bro. Come on, it'll work. Trust me. Just one more console. Just one more console. The market won't collapse. Okay, it's not a bubble. Everyone can make a video game console, and everything will be fine. People will keep buying. The demand is there. I swear. Okay, I can't get up to him anyway. Well, that's nice. Hopefully nobody else would make a system that can play CDs. But still, I just like to imagine some kid who got disappointed because he begged for a 3DS so he could play the new Zelda game, realized it sucked, and then could never buy another console again. Imagine if it couldn't play CDs. It's like, you only get like the one of Gamelon, and that's it. Little Timmy. At least when that hypothetical kid I made in my head grows up, make some sick YouTube poops. It's not all doom and gloom. We can play CDs, but can it play eyes or Philips? I feel like that's an important part to play as well. Oh no. Hey, you got across pretty peacefully. Clearly, it's a game where where Mario runs a hotel. There you go. Enter doors. That's what you do at hotels. You go inside all the doors. Pretty sure, at least. Haven't been to a hotel in a minute. This seems interesting. I don't know why this one tells me I should save state, because I haven't saved in a minute. That's for voting. Maybe it's just a different part of the world. Damn, it's just back here. I don't want to go back here. I want a shortcut. Okay, I can go back. Been to a hotel in probably a decade. Yeah, I haven't been in a minute. I haven't been in a while either. Not really a reason to go to a hotel. Like, where am I traveling to? Okay, this is like a shortcut. Remember this. I'll lock that in the mind. No! Yeah, I don't know. You're like a business person, you still go to a hotel? I'm not doing anything particularly businessy. Oh, it's back here. 90s Nightmare Station. Neo Geo 650, CDI 800, 3DO 700. No, I swear, 3DO's worth it. It is cool. This is the best system on the market for like a little bit until the other systems come out. Yeah, $800 in like the 90s is like $1 million today. What the hell? What's up with the Neo Geo? I don't know as much about that as the CDI and its memes and the beloved 3DO that everyone loved and bought for $700. And that's gotta be another one that sucked to have bought. Imagine like you're like, oh, I know we got the, I don't know what came out first. I don't got the CDI now. The 3DO is a new big thing. And the parents are like, ooh, I don't know, champ. It's like $700. You just spent $800 on the CDI, and you thought that thing sucked. Yeah, but it's cool. It can do like 3D stuff. It's got like Alone in the Dark on it. Like, well, if you insist. And it's like, and then the 3DO pans out how it pans out. You can't get like a PlayStation or anything later. I like to imagine there's some kid who just made the wrong bet on like every video game console. And missed out on like all the good ones. It's really funny to me being so unlucky. Yeah, it's great you can play all those games for cheap nowadays. I'm told that they're supposed to sell the consoles at a loss and make up for the game sales later. Imagine not selling for a loss. That'd be embarrassing. You know the 3DO, they couldn't sell it for a loss because it was like the company didn't actually make the consoles. It was like other companies they just hired to put their like name on it. They just were like, well, since we're not getting any money off selling the games, we're just gonna move the cost onto the consumer and make it super expensive. Kid who got the 3DO, the CDI, and the Atari Jaguar. Shit. Ah, this guy's good. He's smart. I don't know how to beat him. Yeah. That might be invincible. What was it going here for? Okay, I can go through here. Neo Geo was an arcade platform that took interchangeable cartridges. So let arcade operators buy and swap out games cheaply and easily compared to most other platforms. Time it require you to physically hook up a new motherboard to swap games. It does sound pretty convenient if you're like running an arcade. Ah. Left. Don't fall in the pit, these guys. Understood. Get mired down. Then we're back here. What's the point of all this? It was back where we were. Ow. Okay, that was a pointless endeavor, just got me hurt. I think it sucked to be one of like those few people who bought like the consoles that failed, but like all your friends had like the consoles that everyone actually wanted and liked. It'd be like an Atari Jaguar kid. Forever. Never let you live it down, you never got to play all the classic PlayStation games. On, there's a missile here. Neo Geo AES and MVS, which are identical except the lockout that prevented them from using each other's cartridges. So AES was for arcades and MVS was for the home consumer. I got it. I suppose. TV. That's nice. Just want a game for my TV. Nothing over there. Down for no reason. This is basically the way to play arcade games at home. Got the MVS. That's pretty cool. You don't have to go out to the arcade all the time, you can just play them at home. All the convenience at your fingertips. Ah! No, I fell all the way down. Expensive stuff though, so they made you spend like several on like $600 or whatever, and they're like, pop up another $100 if you want your game. You nerd. I don't know how expensive they were, that's just what I'm gonna assume is expensive now. That's a good thing video game prices are so reasonable nowadays, huh? Imagine I have to spend almost $100 for a video game. I bet if it was playing arcade games. I know arcade games are typically very difficult to run on. A home console is 200 to 300. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, I wonder if it didn't have much staying power. Ah, no! Hello, Mr. Knuckle. How's Metroid? Is it super? That's a word you use to describe it. Maybe that I wouldn't use. I get frustrated with the game sometimes, but it's fine. But I'm doing alright. Metroid's alright. Just trying to do some swinging. And swanging. Yep. How you doing? I'm mostly just talking about video game systems that were very expensive. Because, like, there's a billion video games, consoles coming out. Oh, that's good for it. I thought it was just one of those things where it's like, yep, it came out, then failed like all the rest. Good for the Neo Geo. Oh. Never pay more than $20 for a computer game. It's very true. Oftentimes you spend much less than 20. And I think we should make like a meme image from a video game. Have it say like, always spend more than $100 for a video game. It's worth the price. It's an investment. Oh. Please. Keep missing that one swing. Cheap as fuck compared to other arcade machines. So I guess this is pretty good if you're like an arcade owner. But less appealing to the casual consumer who didn't want to spend like $1,090 on it. Article writer Randy Pitchford. He's making himself look like an asshole lately, which seems to be what he usually does. From what I've heard about him. Oh, for the new Borderlands game, which does not look very good. This one's pretty convenient for an arcade owner. No, it's just assumed that all arcade machines just had it like built into the machine. Put his foot in his mouth and jump scare appears at the Game Awards. Ah. Let's see USB drive in medieval times with I assume it's something weird or untoward. I know you're not talking about actual medieval times, but the way you said it makes me think like he somehow time traveled the USB to medieval times and like changed the timeline forever by like unveiling crucial information at a time where it shouldn't have been. Like he's a time traveler's worst enemy. It's like, damn, Randy Pitchford, if he didn't mess with time travel and send that USB back to medieval times, he wouldn't have ruined the present. Ah. With feudal grapples. It is such a mood, huh? To desperately grasp out for any success. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound great. How could you let go of company secrets? I'm joking, but yeah, that doesn't sound very great. We're still gonna make games? I guess he owns the company, probably. That's definitely concerning. We'll get up there, Samus, eventually. One day, we'll successfully platform. Give it a sec. Ah. I think I was getting good for a bit, but I guess I'm just like rusty because I haven't played in a week. Last week, Lily and Naruto would have aced this in one try. No, just simply practice at the game until you get super good at all the controls, and you can beat the game with like ease because you've mastered all the controls for like 10 years. Then the game's good if you just spend all your time mastering it. You mean you aren't going to spend forever to get good at the game? Oh, no. Try to swing successfully. Just this last one that I can't get. Oh, I got it. We did it. We got to this one. Oh! Okay, there's a platform here. You're merciful. No, had it. Oh, okay, we're across anyway. I think we're fine. I think? No, I might have just barely missed. Maybe I can get it from below. No, I had it. It's within my grasp. Wait, what if I go for this? This is an emotional roller coaster of a game. Oh, back to the swinging. This is like a... Man, Nintendo's really ahead of the curve here, huh? It's like those games where you're like Sisyphus rolling the boulder up the hill. Just with the regular game controls. They're ahead of the game with Super Metroid. If you're gonna get into arcade games, recommend Neo Geo first. The way I just think pathetically is so sad. I think I have an arcade emulator already on here. I don't know what it's like the emulator is called. Just like on... I don't know, I have a core on RetroArch or something. This is a very web moment. Oh, I thought I could like swing over. At least this isn't like making me go all the way around to get back to the beginning. At least I can just jump back up relatively easily. Could be worse. I lost confidence in myself that one. I should aim up. Should have abandoned the point direction. We'll get out here eventually. We won't be trapped in here forever talking about the Neo Geo and the CDI. We'll have freedom. Yeah, that looks kind of cool when you do like the full flip. For now, we keep talking about video games. Like any other video game system. Maybe I could get like some Neo Geo games on here. Yeah, I have like a RetroArch core that lets me play arcade games. Just how I played the previous ones I played on stream. The only problem with arcade game emulation is like they're clearly designed in a way where it's like you're supposed to come in with like a stack of quarters, play a bit, and then like stop when you run out of money. It's supposed to be like pretty challenging. In a way you gotta like perfect it. Save your money. The problem with that is with emulators you can just put in infinite money. So it hardly ever feels like a... Sometimes the games don't feel very challenging. You can kind of just brute force it. I mean, I guess you could just have like self-control and be like, I'm only gonna put in like a couple. I'm gonna master the game, but I have no such self-control. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't have the self-control to limit myself. I'll just be like, oh, fuck it, just put another quarter. Put another fake quarter. I don't have the makings of a real arcade gamer in me. I wish there was like a real arcade nearby where I lived. I went to a real arcade like once. They just like make you pay once to hang out there for like an hour or so. It was fun. I actually finish a game then. Yeah, it's nice to actually finish a game. There we go. So we got this. I also would like it if the games had like a little bit of challenge. I guess, but I think there needs to be like at least a little bit of balance. One should put in a ton of unpaid labor to fix every arcade game, so it still feels appropriately challenging, but still beatable without needing to put in a billion credits. So I can enjoy arcade games at their, I don't know, at their best. Why? I guess. Maybe I'll find a way to play arcade games for maximizing the fun. It is funny that arcade games, like games used to just be like, put in a bunch of quarters and give us money to play a game that we've made so hard you can't beat in a realistic amount of time unless you like spend a ridiculous amount of money mastering it. And worst ones are just when you almost get there. Really? I didn't know they could, I guess, input stuff. I guess it makes sense logically when you think about it. I always kind of just thought arcade machines were like pretty fixed. If the game company shows up, they're like, here's our big machine, you don't get to change it out or anything. You live with it forever, and you can't change the difficulty of the lives, and you can never mess with the quarter settings. I always kind of assumed they were fixed. Got it? No! Think to the bottom. Ugh. Feel my heart sinking as well. One day I'll get across. One day I'll get to be on the other side. You know, die. Stick to your shit. Really, so you stop hitting me every time I get back up. Or you go back down. They should have made it easy enough so you could one credit clear them. My personal opinion. You could say where would they get the money from. You can run an arcade off of like a couple quarters. Can't be that expensive. Yeah, how expensive was like running an arcade? Like, how big of an investment would you be making? Like getting all the, I mean, I guess not even like including the space and the decor and the snacks. People probably want like what was just like getting like a full room of arcade games like. I must be getting a lot of quarters then. Especially feels a bit insane when you're running a business that runs on coins. I must have gotten a lot of quarters. Oh, I just let go of the button. It's all on me. I'm gonna be seeing these like grapple points in my nightmares. Ah! I'm free. Oh, get me out of here. I guess it's true. I guess it's really a good deal for arcade owners. Don't have to buy a new cabinet all the time. Here we go. Yeah, I thought we were back in the previous spot that we were in. I'm finally free. No more swinging. Like, not much health left compared to how much I had before, but whatever. The tyranny of the swing is over. They can kill you? Okay, besides like in the obvious way that they could like crush you if you tip them over, how could they kill you? Why was the arcade machine so... Yeah, no more swingers. I hate swingers. Ow. Why was the arcade machine so deadly, and why did it kill more people than like any other thing per capita when they were in their heyday? It's just the electronics. Imagine being the person to like die of video gaming. That'd be kind of sad. They had exposed capacitors that you could actually discharge by touching them? Why would they have the capacitors exposed? That seems like a major error that you should have been like, hey, you know, a fellow person designing video game arcade cabinets. Should these things, like, be exposed? That's just a little electricity, what are people, pussies? And a little bit of a little shock? Why the hell were they exposed? That sounds like an awful idea. Did they at least fix that eventually and stop exposing them? And they're like, okay, let's hide those things away. Yeah, no wonder. I don't want the Neo Geo. I don't want to kill it. I don't want to see the kid die in front of me. Going around collecting quarters at the end of the night. There's some kids like playing some games real late. You know, let them have a couple of rounds. You know, have some fun before I close up. Then you just hear, then you just see him go like, he fucking like falls dead, and you're like, my business killed a child. Oh, you poor young youth. Done in by the arcade cabinet. That's the third one this month. bury him with the others. That was awful. They didn't fix that ever? Why not? Why is the capacitors exposed? I feel like that would be a basic thing to do. It's like, hide those capacitors away so they don't kill people when they play them. Imagine if you're like some person who's like super dedicated to getting like the high score. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get the high score. And then you like just get killed by the arcade machine before you can even get your high score. And it was looking like it was the run too. Oh, I thought it was just like out there for like any random kid to like touch if they. That was just like a big glowing capacitor just on the outside of the system that they stuck on there for no reason. And the kid was like, "Ooh, what's that?" Ah. Guess I don't know much about arcade machines. That's what I assume they worked like. I'm glad to know they didn't. They just weren't like regularly killing kids. The whole CRTs are kind of messed up. I know like people are super nostalgic for them, but it's probably like a good reason we moved on to flat screens. At the end of the day, I mean, like the best. I'm sorry that the old video games don't look how they're intended to be because it's not on a CRT screen, but I don't think I want one for various reasons. I'm just pressing this select button. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not pressing the actual button. I'm just sitting around dumbfounded. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Finicky fucking things. They're finicky little beasts. But you love them all the same. That's hilarious. Just like you want to watch TV, get irradiated. I know they had safeties and points, so you know every part of the world that had like CRT television just didn't get exposed to radiation and kill a ton of people. But it's still funny. I should take this opportunity to like heal up. This feels like an instrument screen severe. Oh wait, was that like saying where like you'd rot your brain if you watch too much TV, or like you hurt your eyes if you got too close to it? Was that like kind of true? Like if you just like put your face like right in front of the screen and on a CRT television, would it like actually like mess you up? I was just fear-mongering about kids. I was like wondering, was it just like baseless fear-mongering, or was it like that? Did it have like an origin or something, and it just like stuck around? It's like, come on, little Timmy, don't put your face too close to TV. Ah, Mom, you're just fear-mongering. You know what I mean? If that thing's radioactive, that thing will kill you. Good to know little children that I keep making up in my head are not getting exposed to deadly radiation. I love the taste of CRT. No worse than the iPad kids of today. At least the iPads don't give you radiation. But you know what? I'm actually gonna say it. I'm gonna be the brave enough person to say it. Apple, you should listen to me. Make the iPads radioactive. Like radioactive isotopes in there. It doesn't even have to have a function. Cat replacement therapy. We need mobile devices to go nuclear. We need the first ever nuclear iPad and nuclear phone. There should be plutonium in my fucking computer screen right now. My monitor. every moment that there's no plutonium, I'm gonna complain. What situation would a CRT be dangerous? You have to like break open the screen or something? Is that the limit? Hmm. Oh, there we go. Super missile. Regular missile. Okay, so that's all I came here for. Just missiles. Yeah, miss you all. Even the goal is missed. Alright, that's nice. The tube of it contains a vacuum, which is what allows the electron beam to do its thing. The tube itself needs to be strong enough to withstand the vacuum pressure. Kind of cool. They just have like a vacuum in your TV. We only ever got so big. I think I had like a big CRT once. I think it like broke or something, or we just got rid of it because it was heavy as hell. I did have one at one point. That's just for some missiles. I was just swinging around for missiles, huh? I don't see any other paths around. I guess we just go the way I never wanted to go in the first place. Enough reinforcement for the screen that became prohibitively expensive. What are you doing from here? Ah. Here we go. New room exposed. Okay, so this is like the bit beside the tube that I couldn't see. We got super bomb. What's this? Is that like another orb? Hi, other orb. The Sony Triniton line had like the largest CRT screens made. This shit had to be specially reinforced and thick as fuck. Sounds like it could be fun to like mess up and destroy. I have a ball. Ow! Ball hit me. I like the noise it makes. I just went to one of those like rooms where they just like put you in with like a bunch of furniture and let you smash it up with like a hammer. That was fun. Yeah, flip flop. Don't hurt me, my little ball. Don't fight with me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, swinging, please. I can't take it anymore, Nintendo. Don't do this to me. I don't like the reaction. It's scary. At least I put a save here. This is a bad reaction. You're just talking about it because it's such a fun, cool room, right? It's not because it sucks. Scared. It implodes, sucking the glass shrapnel into the rounded tube where they bounce off the back and shot. Like out like a shotgun on shrapnel? That's sick as hell. I'm glad I didn't know that when I was a kid, because I would have wanted to do that. Nah, I wasn't that cool. I would have just been like, I don't want to pull that, I'm scary, it could hurt me. I was like a rebellious, awful kid who liked destroying things and causing harm to myself and others. The fun of it. I would have done that. I was a completely different person as a child, but I was kind of a wimp. Oh, I turned it off. And you always learn about the coolest things you can do years after the fact, huh? The Home Alone kid should have done that in Home Alone. Had like a trap set up where it like breaks a CRT screen and like blasts the home invaders with the glass shrapnel. That would have been funny. Ow. How kind of invading my personal space and hurting me and making me feel bad? That's the flip snail. Like John used to have somebody like invade his house when he was a kid because he hates home invaders. He wrote like the Home Alone movies, and then in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they absolutely like fucks up that like principal or whatever and tries to invade their home. They have like a special vendetta. It's kind of weird. It's like popped up so much in his career, or does he just think the funniest thing possible is just you invade somebody's home and you get like maimed. It wouldn't be that dramatic, but it's still shrapnel risk. Point is, be careful with fucking CRTs. Everyone, smash your CRT screens now! You can't hurt. You're invincible. Here, let's see. The CRT was heavy as hell, though. Moving that shit around was a pain. You know, I will say one thing about this bit. It's like if wall jumping didn't suck. Well, he blocked me, that little asshole. And walk punches the TV, you smash into a monster. I think I have Silent Hill Origins. I got the PSP one, right? I have that. Maybe once I do 3 and 4, I can do Origins. And we can smash some TVs. Here we go. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get a bomb for my efforts, for my troubles. How do I get through here? Maybe I don't get my reward after all I worked for? Does it come around the other way? Okay, well I guess this was a bus. Love to smash some TVs over various bus sides. That sounds funny. Yep. Okay, this wasn't so bad. When you said this room, I was prepared to be in for a world of frustration here. This one wasn't so bad. The other one was much worse. Oh hey, look, this is the Samuses, or whatever they're called. Titular character of the show. Ah. Finally, they're showing up after like forever. Types are pathetic. They just break after like one hit. They really need to get like a plumber in here who knows what they're doing. Yeah, Metroids are like the leeches of Metroid. I'm just built different, I'm cool. Yep. Basically like a cooler Metroid. I'm alright. Hello, Twisted Reject. Oh shit. We gotta fight. Yeah, no Metroids there. They're in the fights. Ow. Have a can of fancy spinach. I'm sure the spinach is good, but it just makes me think like it's like some Popeye comic where he's like, ooh, I'm gonna have like a fancy spinach olive oil. It's my fanciest spinach ever. It's the good stuff, not the stuff I always have. Anyway, tell me if you can like crush it up with your hand, have it like pop out and up, and go, oh, and like, you know, swallow it down, and you get like super buff and can beat up your rival. Because it can do all that. It's the magic spinach powers. Ow. I'm not sure how much you could make spinach fancy. It's a grass. I feel like there's not much else you can really do to spinach unless you like season it and flavor it up or something. Got like special spices that they don't usually put in spinach. You started HRD, took away your Popeye superpowers. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Image water salt. Fancy salt? Not sure how salt can be fancy, but I don't know. How is it fancy then? What? You get like special mountain spring water that's like inaccessible unless you like climb the tallest mountain on Earth or something? What the hell is so special about this? Does it say anything on the can about like its special qualities? Oh, it's supposed to be a boss? Really broke a sweat. Cultivar. I guess. I'm not sure how cool spinach you can get. Like, not to disrespect the spinach industry. I'm sure they make lots of spinach and some of it good. I'm not sure how big of a golf ball you can get to have fancy spinach. I don't know, I guess, yeah, they just grew really good plants of spinach. E. Get my estrogen. Get like there somehow. No, I gotta get like from up above? I don't know. Tasty either way. I'm enjoying it. Ah! What the hell? Where am I sinking? Oh. Wait, where did I end up? It's somewhere new. I thought I ended up somewhere old that I hated. Shit, let's farm off them. If I was a boss fight, this was my music. It's wrong my life. So not every video game boss is made equal. Sometimes they're like the boss of like a really shitty, like, I don't know, store, company or whatever. Not all of you are getting the good music. They make budget cuts at boss fights. Put me. Am I back in this room? Ow. Why? Why would they put you back here? Is this why the room sucked? Because they just put you back if you suck? I don't think I've had much spinach myself. I had like a couple of times. What you all think of me? Yeah, the Space Birds really need like an HR member. They need like a boss who just handles the HR. They got like serious issues in like company culture. Like, if they're wondering why they can't beat Samus, maybe this is the issue, because they're all on the same page. Some people feel less valued by the company than others. Alright, let go of the button. I think that'd be pretty funny if you like work at a company and they're like, if you get like a promotion to like a manager or something, you're like, here's your cool boss music, and your, boss's layer. It's like, what? Yeah, our company works by video game rules. They've progressed in this business. Okay, still not that bad. Company culture feels like an oxymoron. Yeah, I guess. Like when they, I don't know, it's like when they call you a family or whatever. All the bosses, all the space pirates. It's all like one big family. Some people are treated to better boss music than the others. Okay, there's the way up. Come on, let me up. Ah. Oh, let me up. I don't want to go down. Alright, let's do this again. Don't get the point of if you fail one bit, you gotta go back and do an old puzzle you already figured out how to do. Seems more tedious than anything. Yeah. Oh no, you don't. Bad snail. This isn't so like annoying to do over and over again. Feels worse just to get knocked down than to actually deal with consequences. Try to get in the hole. It'll be tough. I don't think I'd be able to do that. But just gotta run fast. That's probably what I have to do. It's so simple, overcomplicating in my head. Whee! It's so simple. You just have to run. Make it more complicated than it needed to be. Look at my estrogen. Oh, this is in the way, it's just gonna let me fall. CPS3 library. What's that? Oh, I'm supposed to progress. I need to go, like, I need to go look when you guys stop attacking me. I'm gonna get out of here. How uncouth of you. Attacking innocent maidens such as myself. Aids innocent maidens. Capcom Play System 3, third and secret Capcom arcade platforms. I played a lot of arcade games, huh? They were always making them. It's my estrogen here. This just leads me back down. Good trick. Maybe I'm not meant to yet. Maybe that's a cool trick that's being played on me. Dangling my estrogen in front of me like the bad doctor. Okay, more swinging. I like how this is basically just like a better wall jump than the real wall jump is. What's on the CPS3 library? Like 5 or 6 games, half of which were Street Fighter, the other were JoJo's fighting game and Barbarian Monster fighting game. I'm sure we're releasing a lot of Street Fighter. It opens to the fighter of the streets. I feel like at some point I'd be like, I'm good on my versions of Street Fighter. I don't think I need so many, especially back in the day when they were putting it on everything. A bit too much street. Aim in the right direction. There we go. Wait, so it's just Street Fighter. What do you like the library? You just really like Street Fighter? Davis? Hey everyone, I'm just hanging out here on Zeebs or whatever. looks so stupid like that. You fight as a dog. Is that Heritage for the Future or a different fighting game? I think his name is Iggy. How could you forget? Hopefully you don't remember your JoJo dogs. Oh, it's this one little tile thingy. Sure, I like reading things, and things that are cool. No, the French Bulldog was pulling the ref. No, you're thinking of Polnareff. He's the French Bulldog who talks. Something cool. Oh, damn, this is cool. For enlightening you, something so cool. I don't think the dog talks. I think in JoJo. I think he's like a French Bulldog or something. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Rocky's not very good at drawing dogs. It's hard to tell what the hell breed he's supposed to be anyway. You can also probably just like guess and you'd maybe get it right. That's one in one of the arcade games would be fair too. It's water. It's not water. It's sand. It's piss sand. It's generated from all of the Metroid's waste. It's the Metroid's piss waste. They piss out sand. I don't know why. It's like weird alien stuff. You wouldn't get it. Or maybe you would. I don't know. But yeah, they piss out fine yellow grains of sand, essentially. That's canon Metroid lore. Yeah, Ultra Kidney Stone Tech. It used to be clear. It used to be clear, but they stopped flushing. They had too many, if it's yellow, let it mellows, you know? The Metroids are unsanitary. There's a reason why we gotta, like, wipe them out. They just cause a mess everywhere. Nobody can deal with the piss. I'm basically just an exterminator. But speaking of exterminators, I think I might have termites in my place. Might be termiting around in the roof. Drink only Monster Energy. That's how they... Why do you think they have all these, like, electrical stuff? They need the high energy of Monster Energy. Yeah, because it's kidney. The thing is in a brain, that's a kidney in there. They aren't sentient, they can't think. All they have is a kidney. All they know how to do is piss. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if there was termites in my place. So true. Please, I don't like have to. I don't know. What do they do when you get termites? If you live in like an apartment. Ow. guess, but what do they do if they give a shit? Do they have to, like, fumigate my house or something? Or my apartment? I don't know how, like, an exterminator deals with termites. I guess that's more what I'm concerned about. I hope they give a shit. Paint over them. The landlord special. See, they really do like painting over stuff in the apartments. They always do that. It's always like, hey, you got a problem, just paint over it. I've been pretty lucky that they actually have tried fixing some issues, like the oven in my shower. It took them forever to fucking fix my shower, though. Had a bad case of carpenter ants trying to make a hive in one of our doors. That sounds concerning. We normally don't mind the little bugs, but they shouldn't be messing around in my place. They might ruin the structural integrity. They might like eat the wood of the ceiling and fuck shit up. Also, apparently they make like little weird tubes that come out of the ceiling. Because I looked it up and like I was like, hey, there's like a weird tube in my ceiling. Internet, what's going on? People were saying that looks like termites. Like I don't like that they make little tubes. Did I save? Must have. But yeah, if they like, what do they do? To like fumigate the whole place or whatever, or what? Because I live in here, you know, I have all my shit in here. I want to like have to move everything aside. That seems like a pain. Damn, I guess everything's just a big cockroach, huh? I just hope whatever they do to fix it isn't like a major inconvenience to me. Oh, okay, that's where I was supposed to go. Where was I supposed to go? Or was just one floor down. I really love they're getting the most out of the swings here. That doesn't sound too bad. I don't wanna like I don't get like kicked out of my place. I guess not kicked out, I don't wanna like leave. That'd be inconvenient. Ooh. False the wall. It's all false too, right? Odd. That would lead down to somewhere. Yeah, they do look gross. I don't like that they make those. Like I feel a bit better about the termites if they weren't kind of like gross about it. I'm like seeing those, and now I'm like worried every time I'm gonna look up, I'm gonna see like another one. They're like freak me out. I don't like how they look. It really gross me out. Luckily, it's not in my room where the issue is. New Jordan Peele movie. Oh shit. What's this movie? I guess it's like the title or whatever. Like premise synopsis out yet or something? Back? Is that the name of the movie, or were you just like in the ads and you had to come back? Because I want to know the name of the new Jordan Peele movie. Or is he just like working on one? That's all we know. Ow. Okay, so it's called Him? Alright. How about him? Nope. No, I don't pay attention to everything new coming out. I let it filter into me through everyone else talking about it. It's kind of like, yeah, termite nests are kind of like weird crungle alien stuff. I don't like it. It's disturbing. Is Jordan Peele making a movie about evil termites? I feel like that could be really relatable to me. Are you just doing like a who's on first bit? Don't Abbott and Costello me. Can't get that past me. Look. Aha! That's it. What is this? Ooh. Orb. Shove me. That orb. Little roly-polies. Him is the name of the new Jordan Peele movie. Christian symbolism. Nope. Because maybe all of us can watch the next Jordan Peele movie together. Ow. Come with your little tendrils. Look, they're in their little club, their little group. All friends there, they're having fun and playing. Well, unless you can Get Out, I have to at least watch Nope. I think he only has like, what, like 3 movies out? They're already like a third of the way there, compared to a lot of other directors. Definitely check it out. I like Jordan Peele's work. He makes good movies. Better Bother You is Boots Riley. Sorry for Bother You. You were saying the name of the title wrong, or did you mention another movie? So that's a confusing set of titles. Full of spinach. Full of spinach. I'm glad you're full of spinach. I think my food's probably gonna come soon. Not seen Nope yet. Nope's really good. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. You should also watch Get Out if you haven't seen it. I haven't seen Us though. Mostly just because I heard it was kind of like a sophomore slump film. It blow it up. Hey. Don't grab me, I'll blow you up. I'll probably check it out eventually. His next film. Still making that horror game with Kojima, huh? Probably like a PS5 game, so I probably won't check it out for a bit. Sounds cool. Get Out on DVD. You should get out and watch it. Good. Oh, hold on, I think that's my food ready. Wait. I have food. Okay, you know the drill. I'm gonna switch over to something else to watch while I eat. Let me just pull up the entire movie Get Out and we can watch that. Surely with no repercussions to watching a movie that's not in public domain. Firefox window. There we go. We're gonna keep watching this. Scarface wants to learn how to knock. I don't think Scarface has learned how to knock. He's not that advanced yet. Good though. I feel like at any day he could learn that. Okay, we're gonna keep watching this video about Penguin's memory. What were we talking about? Like yeah, we're talking about like the various Penguin stuff and ads. Oh wait, is this on? Hold on. Didn't turn it on, did I? No, I didn't. I always forget that.
Boyfriend Damn Daniel is an accessory to the queen, but some
fine.
Tories penguins are interchangeable and often inseparable. English language word salad or names clearly meant to imply a franchise that simply isn't there is quite common. Penguin summer. Do. Cycling. Lonely penguin.
We should do
Lovely
cycling.
holiday. Penguin's holy day.
Today is holy day. Sunshine is bright. The sky is
Happy
blue.
holy
the
day,
wind
everybody.
is fresh. We have a good time. We say, good day, good drive.
Penguin. Let's get at it again. Fishing. that lives in the water. Unyielding, boxer spirit penguin. Some of these aren't even trying to hide it. I'm sorry, I just hit my desk. And there's a bit of guilt by association here. So many of them are minor infractions, but the rest being so blatant makes it harder for them to hide it. My Sunders. They are my sons. He is my younger brother. Hello. Virgin Poster Penguin Coon Thermometer. Oh my god, what did you do to him? I think my favorite is Jimmy Pendulix, an obtuse play on Jimi Hendrix. Awesome. Before we get too wild and wacky and start laying the direct influence card.
That's actually a good idea. I should get like every video game about penguins ever known to man and just go at them until I'm done. I've mastered the art of being penguin. Hopefully penguins have a better track record in video games and movies, though. Great point. If they release a new penguin game for PS5, that one isn't happening. Unless I suddenly get like a couple $100.
On everything from Pen Pen to Piplup, I think it's important we keep in mind the statute of limitations where things become culturally accepted. Big difference between, wow, everyone's got these particular penguins on the brain, we gotta cash in, to the collective image of a penguin having these particular design elements. The Don Quixote mascot Don Pen was introduced all the way in '98, a relatively dormant period for Hikone's penguins. Penguin research expert and high school teacher Kazuoki Ueda wrote a blog post about the Suntory penguins following an email correspondence with a colleague,
I want to go to an aquarium and see a penguin
that
again.
Suntory sued the company Corporate over their penguin mascot. I couldn't find any more about it than that, and all things considered, this penguin isn't even very similar. As an aside, this Ueda guy is adorable.
In short, Suntory's penguin is the type that says, "It's a penguin, what's there to complain about?" Rather than expressing a specific type of penguin, it is an expression method that aims to embody the general image of a penguin. Open parentheses, caret, O, caret, close parentheses.
While the first wave of official merch incorporated elements of the
penguins
early
are definitely a top-tier animal.
Later merch was more general, just penguins drinking beer, playing tennis, or just hanging out, man. No merch of penguins running after trains or dolefully looking out at the tides, or Here's a tip for media literacy, and I mean media in the journalistic sense. I'm not just talking like identifying thematic nuance in your favorite cartoon. Throughout this video, I've smoothed over gaps in my knowledge by employing little writing flourishes to distract you from certain specifics. I don't actually know when Taco High and Gorilla Beer were introduced. The involved parties don't even seem to remember. You know, being a YouTuber is sort of like being a journalist, except everyone ignores your emails. Basically, I'm like if Michael Moore was a woman. I think this is an inevitable part of giving retrospectives, and I'm transparent when it matters. Let's rewind the tape a little bit here, which is why I'm here to tell you I do not know how many Suntory Penguin commercials there are. There's conflicting information on the subject right off the bat. 9 commercials are available online, and everyone who writes about the series talks about it like it contains 9, but Norio Hikone, who again was continually involved in the production of at least some of these, says there are 10, but I think there were actually 11, maybe even 12? An exhibition of Hikone's work was held recently, and in one of the rooms, a whole bunch of production materials from the Suntory commercials were posted all over a wall. Alright, here are storyboards for all the commercials laid out vertically, more or less in line with the broadcast order I've seen listed. Binoculars. I don't remember those. I guess this is the 10th one Hikone mentioned. That would make this a fall of '85 release. So after Penguin's memory, but then there are 2 rows that take place in snowy settings that have got to be for the winter of '85, and I can't really discern continuity between these cells. Did they only air for a short time, or not very frequently? Is it just happenstance that they haven't been taped? Was this in the final minutes of the Penguins 15 of fame? These are cells, so the animation might have been totally completed. Did they not go to air? Could something out of their control have caused them to go unaired entirely? I don't have any direct leads, and this exhibit is the only time I've seen or heard anything to do with them, and I'm just not great at hunting this stuff down. I'm going to enter the speculation dimension because there are a number of potential factors that occurred in the back end of '85 that might be at play. The answer may very well be important to our story at large, potentially explaining the absence of Suntory's branding in the film. While Seiko Matsuda wasn't the only featured singer, she was the most iconic, and in summer of '85, she found herself in a bit of a media frenzy. Just a month after announcing the breakup of her boyfriend of 3.5 years, she announced her engagement to Masaki Kanda, co-star of the film Parade, Symphony of Love, which had just wrapped shooting earlier that year. Both of these announcements were major shocks, and in June she took a hiatus so the two could marry. It's also possible Penguin's Memory, which was produced in parallel to these commercials, came to serve as a good stopping place. The commercial from spring of '85 features a noticeably upbeat tone compared to the rest, and I saw one blogger posit this may have been in anticipation of Penguin's Memory's release, planting seeds for the film's own discrepancies in tone. Conjecture, but I believe it. I mean, look at how little vignetting there is in this one. Stark contrast. In many ways, the film was the most significant culmination of the commercial team's efforts. On its face, an anime film staff comprised largely of people working in the advertising industry was an unlikely, nearly preposterous notion, and its production history really proves what a triumph it was. Before I get to the biggest potential reason for the commercial's ending, let's dig into that history. Penguin's Memory wasn't commissioned by Suntory. It was a lark thought up by the ad team and given Suntory's blessing and partial funding. Takeo Nagasawa, the creative director behind the Penguins, said that the night after they all agreed to make a film, upon returning to his home, he exploded into tears, overwhelmed by the totality of the prospect, good and bad. So real. It got hung up in bureaucratic problems for a while, and the next 5 months were reportedly quite difficult. Some of the staff expected it to be cancelled outright. But as those issues were resolved, a melding of two worlds came together to bring the film to fruition. Animation studios and commercial studios rarely overlap like they did in the production of Penguin's Memory. Generally, an ad team will commission an anime studio, if anything. Rather than pass the concept off to a screenwriter, it was Takeo Nagasawa who was in charge of the film's story. He struggled under the scope of the task. As a result, writing a whole film is a lot different than writing a piece of ad copy or even a commercial. The staff's primary goal was to create a work with a mature tone in order to filter children. That was his only lead before copywriter Yuichi Watanabe told him about how he spent his 20s nomadically, unable to decide on his ideal career path, one of which was being a librarian. Those stories from a former wayward youth had a huge hand in shaping Mike's character, in addition to his experiences in the Delta War, the staff's solution to keep kids away. Both of those primary elements called to my mind, and this is a comparison others have drawn, the new Hollywood movement of late 60s and 70s American cinema. I don't like describing genres or movements because everyone has differing opinions on what the defining traits are, so here are some bullet points from author Todd Berliner's Hollywood Incoherent, as quoted by good old Wikipedia.
So cool that they made a new Hollywood after the old one blew up.
This is a very short diatribe about a variety of highly complex subject matter by an enthusiastic non-expert, and judge accordingly. The United States versus Paramount Pictures case of the late 40s gradually gave way to independent movie theaters playing more and more independent movies, right? In the 60s, a strata of film featuring wandering protagonists adrift in exile and inconclusive, often pessimistic narratives began resonating with more and more disaffected youths. To them, those traits felt novel to cinema, but commonplace to the world they lived in. Intrinsically, they interfaced heavily with the Vietnam War, war, directly or indirectly, consciously or unconsciously. The naturalism these films sought to achieve became a kind of standard in the 70s among a healthy vein of the decade's highest grossing. Even The Exorcist, remembered for its loudest scenes, feels nearly realistic, so grounded by its procedural rhythm and flat affect. But in the 80s, while Reagan was ignoring our AIDS and taking away our Quaaludes, his Kroger brand Chicago school deregulation policies collude with the codification of the Hollywood blockbuster, and the kinds of movies that made it to the mainstream prioritized the kind of spectacle that led every single R-rated movie to a tie-in Saturday morning cartoon, a line of action figures, bedsheets, Kraft macaroni, and a Nintendo game.
Oh, the 80s. Isn't everyone so
I like those
nostalgic for the
movies,
80s?
too. First Blood, the first Rambo movie in particular, splits the difference in an
Loved
interesting
it when
way.
everything was
Simultaneously,
trying to
this
sell me toys.
subversive tragedy and an action smash with a Jerry Goldsmith soundtrack. I think it's a perfect film. Meanwhile, the Japanese film industry had been largely displaced by television, screenings of American blockbusters were on the rise, and huge generalization incoming. The booming economy had, in a sense,
True, the 80s did seem an ass. I don't get why people are so nostalgic for it. I mean, I guess it's so they were kids, but still. I like the present more than the 80s.
suppressed the social and political unrest that defined the previous decades. I'm not ascribing any intent, but at a time defined by spectacle and prosperity, calling back to the Vietnam War in such a quiet way is an inherently political act, even if you dress it up with a different name. The Funny Penguin movie is totally no bullshit in exploring Mike's PTSD. It blows right past the war itself in the first 10 minutes and only returns to those images a single time. It's like visiting a memorial site in contemplative silence. Please don't laugh. Actually, I'll get wackier for you. Metal Gear Solid 3 is kind of similar, a game with one foot in classic and pulp cinema camp, the other entrenched in a sober, cynical reflection on how the Cold War steered history to the present. So yeah, First Blood, Penguin's Memory, and Metal Gear Solid 3, all the same story. Unsurprisingly, New Hollywood wasn't on the minds behind Penguin's Memory. All the influences they cite are, like the commercials, pretty rooted in the era of Hollywood's golden age. Hikone was also a proselyte of German-French director Max Ophuls. Film movements are often about sharing sensibilities and perspectives than all being inspired by each other. And this one's called New Hollywood, so a similar lineage is of course present. Here's an amazing Robert Altman.
Well, I guess one, because they wanted to.
Encounter. I was 19 or 20 when I saw it for the first time.
And also they wanted to make sure no kids would watch it, so they
sensible shoes that
put
were
in
so attractive.
dramatic war scenes.
The film had a big impression on me.
That's my fucking guy. Anyway, I think it's significant that Penguin's Memory gives Mike, after all his hardships, the Hollywood ending. A drive into the horizon without a hail of gunfire waiting at the end. It's not spoilers, it's history. I think all this might make Penguin's Memory the only of its kind, an honorary New Hollywood animated film. That's very silly. I just remembered Fritz the Cat exists. Are we counting Fritz the Cat? Does Fritz the Cat count? If you're looking to get into New Hollywood, just check out whatever looks interesting to you. Modern film carries so much of this era in its veins, so there's not as high a bar to entry as you might think. Here's some of my favorites.
Seen Dog Day Afternoon. Haven't seen most of the rest of these.
That is seriously unbelievable. It's like 1960s
I know it's seen Dog Day
Nirvana that
Afternoon.
banned the show. During this time, Nagasawa, who was busy with advertising work, teaching, and work on the film, took to completing the film's first
I need to watch
draft,
some Ralph
holed up
Bakshi
in a
films.
claustrophobic
They seem
27th floor
interesting.
hotel room, at which point a trio of siblings took it to the finish line. These sibs are Ryo Kawasaki, Rei Kuno, and Yo, or Hiroshi Kono, all broadcast writers by trade, meaning they were in charge of the construction of non-narrative television,
Who
like
are
variety
the
shows,
monkeys?
meaning info on them is hard to come by. Real Kawasaki is the only one with any readily available anime
Precure!
credits, later composing the story for Futari wa Precure. An article on
You should watch
Penguin's memory
Precure.
from the May 1985 issue of Animedia mentions the voice cast had yet to be decided. They also describe the film as likely to be fun for both adults and children. I can't imagine Suntory was thrilled about that. In line with the rest of
kids
the
wanna see
production, a
the Vietnam
similarly
War, but with
bifurcated
penguins?
set of actors were eventually recruited, those of live action and animation. Recent winner of the 1982 Blue Ribbon Award for Best New Actor, Koichi Sato, would voice protagonist Mike. He had yet to do anything of much note by that point, but went on to be in films from high-profile directors like Shinji Somai and Kinji Fukusaku. And to this day, he frequently ranks in women's magazine popularity polls. This is probably overly prescriptive, but I think coming from outside the anime industry, let him
Yeah,
put a lot
monkeys
of
is too old for me. I don't
naturalism
know what
into
the
Mike's
hell they are.
character. He's got a soft-spoken and unassured quality that really struck me.
子供の頃から本が好きでした。本に囲まれて暮らせたらといつも思ってたんです。
That's not to diminish the Seiyu, though.
Beetle
Acting
Bunch.
across Sato is the great Hiromi Tsuru, just a year out from voicing Bulma. At that point, she was Kim in Macross and Perrine in The Story of Perrine, a world masterpiece theater anime I particularly
That's the
like,
Brady Bunch.
based on the few episodes I've watched intermittently. Other
Don't know that
noteworthy
either.
cast members are Fujiko Mine herself, Eiko Masuyama, and commercial voiceover guy George Tokoro as the
Oh,
piano
maybe I'll watch the
player.
Monkeys movie
When first
eventually.
talking about the film, I alluded
Probably
to
not,
the
but
music
maybe.
in Penguin's memory being a large part of its very existence. I meant that both because Matsuda's song was essential in the commercial's success, and because I'm sure it was to everyone's benefit to use the film as a vehicle for the idols involved. This placed an emphasis on the film's music. Score was composed by Masataka Matsutoya, who scored a few Nobuhiko Obayashi films. Where the vocal songs are concerned, Matsuda's Boy no Kisetsu, an orchestral version of Sweet Memories, and a new song, Blue Love Letter, were included. In addition, a non-Matsuda song, Aozora on My Mind, was sung by Fumiko Sawada, the voice of Nancy. I'm
Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Yeah, we're done with this. I'm done eating. Also, damn, we got a cleaning lady in the show. Whoa, what a show. I got quiet. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot to unmute when I was done eating. I'm going back to gaming. So don't panic. Everyone, don't panic. Don't start screaming and yelling and panicking and lighting things on fire, okay? Anyway, they could just put like anything on TV. They had no standards for television back then. Nowadays, they get on TV. You need to make like a video game first. No panicking, I said. If you panic, I'll kill you. Which I'm sure will not make you panic even more. Yeah, we'll finish up the story of Penguin's memory next time I eat. So, like, tomorrow. I forgot what I was doing. I think I was, like, backtracking. And TV sucked. I know, like, most of the time, when, like, we look at, like, stuff in, like, past or present or whatever, it's like, oh man, everything sucks. Usually it's like, no, there's, like, good stuff. You just need to, like, look out for it. But TV, like, pre-90s, maybe, seemed really awful. Like, I don't know what the hell you're supposed to watch. It seems like every show was bad, or they were a cartoon, it was just, like, a shitty cartoon meant to sell you toys. Nick at Night. I remember Nick at Night. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to watch the bad old sitcoms. Seriously, it was like really like uninteresting sitcoms, maybe sports. I probably would have been just like a sports watcher back in the day. It was like the most exciting. Even then, that's before like most sports got good. But like it took a minute for sports to actually be good and interesting to watch. A lot of them sucked for a bit. And nobody was like a freak athlete or the rules were boring. You have to like watch cartoons. It's like you either have to watch like a Hanna-Barbera show, which looks the same as all the other ones, or you gotta see like an ad for kids to sell like toys to. Dire times if you wanted to watch TV. You had Breaking Bad back in the day. That's fucked up. Yeah, it's mostly like an 80s problem. Even then, I guess, like... Well, actually, wait, I was gonna say, maybe like Looney Tunes and like Tom and Jerry was pretty fun. Did they even play that stuff on TV, or was it like you have to go to like, the movie theater to go see like a short film? If they put that stuff on TV, then maybe that's like what you could watch. That was pretty good. Look at that estrogen, but I don't know how. That's too hard. It's not worth it. I have enough energy as is. Let's keep backtracking. A lot of other stuff did still seem like pretty bad in terms of what to watch on TV. Definitely would have still been watching movies for sure. I wouldn't have been lured by the radioactive box. I guess, but like, I don't know, how long did it take for them to get into syndication? That probably would have been like I think if I was like around back in the days when TV was like getting its start, I definitely would have been like a hater. It would have been like, ugh, you watch TV? Sure, you can watch what mind-numbing crap. I'm gonna go to the theater myself. Definitely gonna see myself being pretentious about it back in the day. Wait. I'm waiting. Gotta run fast as hell. Notice something. What's up? What'd you notice? I didn't mean to slip down here. Let's see if there's anything next to this guy. There's your lesbian pride flags. Oh shit, yeah, they are. Damn, I guess people are now are right. Samus is a lesbian. Yippee! Yay for Samus's lesbianism. That would be kind of funny. In a way that would suck for everyone. They made like the next Metroid game and they made it like explicit that Samus is like completely like straight. She like is like married and lives as like a domestic housewife. Just don't want to pay for shit. Free stuff is the way to go. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do in Metroid Prime 4. She's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know that motorcycle they put in? She's like, oh yeah, I'm borrowing the hubby's motorcycle for the mission. It'll be the most tragic day in gaming history. Oops. There we go. Here's where I need to be. Well, I fell anyway. You here? Yeah, this is new. I think. Things plonking. Ah. Yeah, this is the way I'm supposed to go, I think. Maybe. More missiles. Green. Yep. You can make it up. Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. Yeah, for a little bit. We could just really make this Metroid 2 for the Game Boy. There we go, now I have to beat all of Metroid 2 before we can move on. It's looking a little bit more white than green. That's Metroid. now this is a Metroid game. Beam's going fast as hell. Oh, I don't know what I did. I just paused the game. Okay, change the palette. 4 options, maybe? Game Boy colorization. There we go. It's Game Boy Color. I want the green. Let me see. Maybe. Oh, there's too many colors. I need to be green. Like I can't handle all this colored information. There we go. Now this is real Metroid. Nice and green. Oh, Super Metroid. Hell yeah, this is real Game Boy Green. I gotta keep this in mind when I do a Metroid roulette. I play kicks without making it green. This is peak gaming right here. Nothing ever surpassed the Game Boy. I don't actually think that, but there's probably a lot of people who unironically do. The Game Boy Color palettes. Well, listen, if we're gonna play a Game Boy game, we have to play it like they would have had to in the old days, i.e. being only shitty green. Definitely glad they decided to add color eventually. I don't think I would have liked playing all my games in monochrome green. Wow. Some soup or whatever, I'm burning in it. You load up a Game Boy game on a Game Boy Color. Cool. I didn't know this had a color palette setting. That's actually pretty neat, though. Oh, my health! Ah. Game over. Hold on, let's play the real original Metroid game. Only the original Light had the white palette. Okay, so white is valid. The whole game was rough. Now that I'm playing this, it put like 1 trillion batteries. But the Game Boy had pretty good battery. It was just every other competing handheld system that needed you to produce more power than like a hydroelectric dam could to play the game. That's how Metroid met her middle. Look at her, she's all small. She also walks really dumb. It's really dumb looking walk cycle here. Her beam goes like 5 feet in front of her. This is gonna be the ideal form of this game. I don't think they'd ever make a remake for the Game Boy Advance that could top this. Yeah, it's really short range. Yeah, Game Boy had good battery life. It's just everyone else didn't, because they actually tried to make consoles that were like pretty powerful and strong that could play more games than just like what the Game Boy could do. But then it turned out there's a reason why the Game Boy didn't take up, wasn't that like wasn't doing too much insane stuff like that. So it could actually last a minute before dying. It'd be fucked up if the main character was a girl. I'm glad that the main character is a guy and not a girl, and that there's no way to reveal the gender of the character, but we can just assume he's a guy. Yeah, that's funny. In like 30 minutes to play your game. Okay, I exploded. There's my password if I want to come back to this. Okay, enough messing around. I mess with the core options here. Most of the stuff I've been messing around with is mostly just like the 3DO, because I'm trying to like make it work. I could like mess around with the other cores like this too. That's neat. Just mess around with more of the systems. Okay, back to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. We had to take a slight detour. And just like set myself back by fucking around. Oh no, I set myself back. How far back did I go? Okay, we gotta get back to the area that inspired me. Wherever the hell that was. What the hell was I doing? Got distracted by messing around. Terrible bounty hunter. Something over here? Oh yeah, just the little recharge. There's like some missiles down below. Okay, I just like undid much of my progress. Oops. Oh well. Happens. Die, Metroid. This is a missile refill station, if I recall. You gotta bring over to. Okay, note to self, don't just like drop the game you're playing to mess around in another one, especially if you're like on RetroArch. Whatever, it was fun to just fuck around for a bit. Worth it. Let me figure out what I was doing. Super Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance have special built-in palettes used for Game Boy games. Some palettes specifically made and triggered for specific games. I see. That's interesting. I guess it's a cool way to still use the old Game Boy games and give them a little fresh coat of paint. Yeah, I'm gonna admit, not having color kind of stinks, especially even like other systems you were playing back then, like the NES would have color. I would be a big fan of having no color on the system. But again, it must have been cool at least to still have the option of mobile gaming on the go. Ooh, that's cool. You make every Game Boy game whatever color you so desire. This makes like the GBC and GBA just seem even better. Play those old games, whether you just already had them previously or you acquired them later. You can just have fun with your old fun games. And have them in color. There's 8 built-in palettes. What would the palettes been? Nice and bold. High contrast. Okay, I know what we're doing. We need to go down here. I guess now that I know what I'm doing, I'm not wasting too much time like I was before. That sounds neat, making a real custom video game palette. Okay, yeah, we didn't lose much time at all. We just need to look at the missiles that were up here again. Ooh, that sounds fun. Gee, wait, can I do anything fun with the SNES? I haven't checked the settings ever. The video, I could change a video output. The audio, HD mode 7, which I don't know what that is. You like hack the game if I wanted to, or enhance it or fix it. You could overclock it. I'm not doing Super Game Boy or doing anything with light gun. I'm reading out and testing all this. Yeah, that's cool. The internal run ahead, reduced latency, very high system requirements. What's some of these on? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do too much. I just want to look at the settings. Yeah, Super Game Boy. Game Boy that's Super. Why is the Super Game Boy not considered a separate thing, but the Game Boy Color is? I know why the GBA is separate, that definitely feels separate, but... Game Boy Color, besides having color, doesn't seem like that, like, far off from just the regular old Game Boy. Custom borders that would fit around the game. Never really heard about the Super Game Boy. I just knew there was a Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, and then they stopped making the games for boys. They started doing DS stuff. I feel like anytime I look at like the original DSs, it looks weird because I had the DSi. I'm used to that. It was an add-on. Oh, so you can just play Game Boy games on your TV. That's neat. Kind of interesting how it's like consoles and handhelds. It's like, you know, we want both. I guess like we want both to be able to like play their handhelds on the TV and then also to play their TV games on the handheld. I could connect the GBA to the GameCube, huh? Get this quicksand. Get the Metroid piss sand. We know is made from Metroid piss. We need to stop pissing everywhere. We need the big flesh. We pull like a big like plug out of the drain. This is getting out of hand. You need the Sega Nomad. I get it, they call it the Nomad because people live a nomadic lifestyle. Once you get it and you never settle regularly anywhere again. Fascinating. Wall jumps. I don't like doing that though, it kind of disgusts me due to my previous experiences with the pit. If you get like any height. I'd have to add a feature that makes jumping worse. Just have to wonder what decisions came together to make this game sometimes. Like, oh, do you like being able to jump as high as you want whenever you want on command? Oh, you don't get to do that anymore, not here at Nintendo. Well, actually got a decent jump. You can just like watch TV on the go if you want to watch a really bad TV show, as we established that TV was only full of. You could just like put out the antenna and be like, oh man, I'm gonna watch the latest episode of my favorite show on the Nomad while I'm out and about. This is a good name. I do agree. Sega should have made more handheld systems. Also just because they greedily want more handheld systems to exist, or to have existed. Any alternate path? I don't want to go through the sand. Nope. I have to deal with it. Oh, this bit's dry. Would've looked like shit though. It would've looked like shit, but you could've watched it on the go. It is kind of like no wonder mobile phones supplanted handheld video game systems, because a lot of them are trying to be like mobile on the go, like do anything from like watch TV to movies to gaming, and now it's like, yeah, you can just do that all on a phone. It's not a big deal. You know, the PSP had the UMD videos. I saw some at that game store. Just had some like movies on the UMD disc. It should be funny. It should be a fun thing to get. Blew my mind. Yeah, that must have like in the early 2000s. Phone tech coming up must have felt like insane sci-fi shit instead of just like normal everyday stuff to me. Though I don't think I'd ever watch a TV show or movie on my phone. I can't bring myself to do that. I'm gonna at least watch it on my like laptop at the very least. I want to watch something on that small of a screen. That's like for YouTube videos. Watch anime on your iPod Classic. Anime did you watch on your iPod Classic? Yeah, that's a super last resort to me. I think it's just like watching on a TV screen or a computer screen or High School of the Dead on a screen smaller than a sticky note. That must have been amazing quality. Samus, you can jump. Please jump, Samus. I know you got it in ya. Am I missing something with the sand, or is it supposed to just be kind of annoying? I hate this. Metroid 2 didn't have sand in it. It was like green. Smaller resolutions still look decent. B. Just tiny. Watching anime through a microscope. Tiniest anime in the world. Oh, finally. Why would you... Another video game boulder trap. No! Why would you make it like this? I can't consistently jump up. I don't get why you would include a surface that makes it extremely inconsistent to basic commands. He just got up there too. resolution in terms of quality, it's a ratio of the resolution of the screen size. Oh, so that's why low resolution stuff looks bad now, because it's on really big screens. Well, I think, you know, if you're like a computer or phone engineer, you should just make it not do that. And your viewing distance, too. Again, just fix it. That's what I would do if I was working in the phone industry, or the resolution industry, or whoever handles all this. Maybe I could just go over here to remember how it feels to jump. So you're saying that you should watch everything on a really big screen, get really close to it at the lowest resolution. That's the ideal way to watch anything. If run, does that help? Doesn't seem to help much. How does the stream look if you just turn it to like the worst resolution possible? Everyone turn your stream to the worst resolution that you possibly can right this instant. And then report back to me. Need field data. What? I don't know. Yeah, might as well since I'm not making any progress here. I did a wall jump, that doesn't help me. It should be based on your viewing distance. Resolution based on how much of a difference you those two factors. So you don't just want the biggest screen as possible and put it to like 1080p? Hey. Yeah, we're past 1080p, aren't we? Hardly feels like it. There's a lot of stuff, so it just like goes up to 1080p. Oh. Able to jump for a second. Imagine that, being able to jump into a game that's about platforming. Who would ever want to let the player jump in a video game where jumping is one of the main mechanics? Avoid scaling latency. Oh, I see. I say that, I kind of don't see. I think I'm usually just fine with what I'm doing anyway. And I'll just keep just going to like 1080p, which is like possibly can. Worked for me so far. It's a good old 1080 piss. Never failed me before. Okay, we finally got back up. It is possible to jump around. Ow. Ow, stop bouldering me. Did I mess it up already? I think I did. Yeah, I don't feel the need to upgrade the 4K stuff. I messed up. Okay, well, back to the garage. Yeah, I don't get what the big deal is with 4K. You have to say, like, it isn't the real thing, but oftentimes it just feels like you kind of just get slapped up on stuff like, oh, super ultra 4K, just kind of like, especially on like YouTube videos, just be kind of like clickbaity, because it sounds fancy and new in advance. Like, I don't really see it. Or at least I don't care enough to pay attention to the minute details. Okay, figure out how to do it somewhat consistently. Oh! Ah! There we go. Power bomb. Right now, what? Heavier gameplay. Gotta get out of here. It's my exit. Powering the land, damn. Way out of here. I guess I don't have a 4K TV. I still have like just a regular old like TV, no fancy 4K on it. It is very true. They're the world's national animals. I mean, it was unanimous, by the way. A unanimous vote. Every country in the world, except for the U.S., voted on it. But we all know the U.S.'s vote never counts at the UN, because they always say no to every good decision the UN's ever decided to try to pass, or at least the resolutions. America still insisted it would be the bald eagle. So funny to me that U.S.'s national animals dubbed over because it didn't sound cool enough. My exit. Post-processing any TV I touch. It's post-processing. Processing. What do they process? Why does it stink? It's just like a path in the sand, right? It's something to get out. How do I get out of here? Oh, I did it. TV displays. See. I don't know if my TV has. I don't think it does. Okay, where am I now? This way. Okay, let's see what's over here then. I remember this way. This way sucked. There's video latency. It is for game with speed. This is the way I can't go in yet. Vomit? No. Maybe it's on my TV. I don't know. I don't really use my TV that much. Where am I supposed to go? Just what leads to like this area? I really do wish I could like unlock the map. That would be very nice to have. Haven't I been essentially? Been basically everywhere. Die. Oh, I haven't been over here. Wait, no, I know what's over here. If I recall correctly. Yeah, it takes you back to like the beginning here, kinda. Oh, maybe I can still explore it. I guess you don't really have to mess with it too much, huh? Anything interesting around here? Could go low. Where do crabs come from? Yeah, okay, this is what I needed. Perfect. Where I need to go. What's in here? There's a map of some sort? No. Ow. Kill me, guys, or whatever. Ow. Okay, so that's like a path there that you need the super missile. She's there. I'm gonna go back the other way. One part is that the priest hasn't even source smoke can also impact latency. Usually, stop just getting hit. Ow, it's hitting me. I'm gonna heal off of you. Ouch. I've never really messed around with my TV settings too much. I don't think. It's kind of like mood since I barely use it anymore. The last time I used it was legitimately just to like play Metal Gear Solid 5 off stream. Ow. Ow. Get in the way. No. Okay, the map room, finally. It's what I've been needing forever. Oh, jeez, there's still a lot more left, huh? Annotation for which preset offers less post-processing or accurate color reproduction. Yeah, that does seem like an issue. Why wouldn't you just standardize it? If I was making TVs, I would just introduce, like, one standard that everyone uses. Okay, so lead me to like Brinstar or whatever. Okay. Oops. All the way down. You know what I don't like about TVs, I think which is like the reason why I don't really use them much. I don't like how like, well I guess like, they're just like, that noise is just going out, you know, no control where it goes. I'm like with my computer, phone, or my handheld console, I can just plug the earbuds in. No, I don't like people listening into what I watch or play. One, because I just like don't want people's ears knowing what I'm listening to, but also I don't want to like be a bother. Okay, I've been in this room. This is just lead me in a circle. There's no point here. Where else haven't I gone? Maybe the save room up there has something? I found mostly everything else down. Okay, I'm gonna be looping back around. I see. So they thought it would be convenient to the consumer to standardize everything between companies? I know companies famously love the consumer and what they want. I need to like do the super jump into it. Don't feel like it. Ooh, how do I get there? Somewhere. This one's built in is usually used in stores, which was a fuck out of the contrast saturation to get bright colorful draw people eyes to other competitors. I hate looking at TVs in stores. Because they always look weird to me. Something ain't right there. Where do I wanna go? Yeah, they do suck at stores. Doesn't make me want to buy a TV, it just makes me think, oh, jeez, oh god, I don't have this piece of shit. Might need to go swinging again. Calibration meeting to see whether the TV can even pick signals accurately. Yes. If we can have a TV with a built-in luge. Oh. Like we never left. If we did leave and do a bunch of other stuff. And now we're back to good old swings. Never escape. Well, if you buy that could go for $80 on things is better, more accurate color. Either you bigger. Interesting. Kind of insane, huh? It's supposed to be like smaller and older. Supposed to be worse, typically. Need to go this way, or can I just like go around or something? Go around would be a bit more convenient. Perhaps. Yeah, I think I'll just go around. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it does sound very weird. I'm glad I'm not messing around with needing new TVs. This isn't the way I want to go. I guess I do need to get swinging. Need to have the right device out. Jump already stuck to having to do it once. Yeah, putting the money in the wrong places, basically. It's a shame. Just focus on making things good than putting in all the fancy shit. But I guess it doesn't sound as enticing when you can add like a bunch of little fancy features and market it based on that. This is being mean. Yeah, same as hates me. She's being mean to me personally. She's like, oh, I want to swing. I was bored. I love swinging. Why? Yeah, I think I agree with you there, Carrie. I'd rather have something solid and reliable. Unlike this grappling hook. Funny if like anyone was like watching when I was doing this earlier, went to go do something, came back, and I'm like doing this again. I did no, I swear I made progress before. I swear I'm not just messing it up for like an hour. When a fancy cell breakdown if you don't jerk off with special oil every full moon or something. Yeah, I'm with you. Aha, gotcha. Let me back up there. Let me back up. Like our military equipment. So funny. The U.S. is like, oh, we're the biggest, strongest military on Earth. Meanwhile, if you like look at their billion-dollar planes or ships, or all they like fall apart. Pain. At least I'm figuring how to get back here pretty consistently. And I fucked it up. Oops. Yeah, I do like that. That's fun to do on the little crappy platform. You do the whole like, spin around to get back up. The cute cat. Yeah, Samus always lands on her feet. Why? Oh, starting to pull off her amazing kitty tricks again. There we go. Okay, it wasn't as bad as last time at the very least. I'm learning, I'm getting better. Improving as a gamer. Super vomit. We both billions of dollars on military equipment that sit there do nothing and get sold for scrap. Yeah, meanwhile there's like some weapons that got made like decades ago. People are still using them, they're that reliable. Just some formulas you can't beat. Okay, this doesn't lead to where I want to go. I'll figure it out later. It's been going like 4 hours, that's a save point. I'll get my brain to rest and figure out where the hell I need to go. Okay, that's it for Super Metroid for today. Next time, we'll continue on and figure out where we need to go. I'll probably just look up a guide, either or. Tomorrow, though, it's gonna be Age Reunion. As we go back to fighting our just war of peace that we're totally in the right in. Yeah, thank you all who hung out, lurked, chatted, and, so on. Fun having everyone here and playing Metroid. Yes, we found the lesbian pipes. Because my progress was just swinging around today. Swings slowed me down. But there we go. Happy lesbian pipes. Transporting lesbianism everywhere they go. See you all later and goodbye.